We are taking an Air Canada flight from Vancouver to Calgary, which takes you about 1 hour 15 minutes. We get a lovely view of the Canadian Rockies, which is a segment of the Rocky Mountains which borders British Columbia and Alberta. The Mackenzie and Selwyn Mountains further north along the border between the Northwest and Yukon territories are often included in the Canadian Rockies. This is my friend Iqbal, who lives in Edenston, Calgary. He looked after both of us for a few days at his place. Iqbal lives in this lovely home at Edenstone, about 20 minutes away from the Calgary city center. Quiet and peaceful neighborhood overlooking the Rocky Mountains. Iqbal is so kind to take us around Calgary city. This is Bow Lake. Calgary is the largest city in the Canadian province of Alberta. It is the largest metro area within the three prairie provinces region. As of 2023, the city proper had a population of 1.6 million, making the third largest city and the fifth largest metropolitan area in Canada. Calgary is situated at the confluence of the Bow River and the Elbow River in the southwest of the province. In the transitional area between the Rocky Mountain foothills and the Canadian prairies, about 80 kilometers east of the front ranges of the Canadian Rockies. Downtown Calgary features a mix of restaurants and bars, cultural venues, public squares, and shopping. Downtown attractions include Calgary Tower, Wilder Institute Calgary Zoo, National Music Centre, Calgary Convention Centre, Chinatown District, Arts Commons Central Library, St. Patrick's Island, Glenbow Museum, the Art Gallery of Calgary, Olympic Plaza, Calgary Stampede Grounds, and military museums, and various other high-rises. Notable shopping areas include the Core Centre, the Stephen Avenue, and Eau Claire Market. The Peace Bridge spans the Bow River in the downtown region. The region is also home to Prince Islands Park, an urban park located just north of Eau Claire district. The Devonian Gardens is one of the largest indoor gardens in the world. Located on the top floor of the Calgary's economy includes activity in the energy, financial services, film and television, transportation, logistics, technology, manufacturing, aerospace, health and wellness, retail and tourism sectors. In 2022, Calgary was ranked alongside Zurich as the third most livable city in the world, ranking first in Canada and in North America. In 1988, it became the first Canadian city to host the Olympic Winter Games. Calgary hosts a number of annual festivals and events. These include the Calgary International Film Festival, Calgary Folk Music Festival, the Calgary Performing Arts Festival, This is the park near to Iqbal's house, and we have very good gathering over the weekend. And we all are trying to spot the northern lights. Calgary's best known event is the Calgary Stampede, which has occurred each July since 1912. It is one of the largest festivals in Canada with a 2,005 attendance. We are taking a tour to the Banff National Park at the meeting point at Delta Hotels in Calgary. Our tour guide cum driver, Phil, was great. He was knowledgeable and caring, a useful and pertinent trait in guiding.
Right now, we're a very popular destination for different people coming here. Especially a lot of people moving from Toronto and Vancouver to Calgary. Our economy is good, but our unemployment seems to be a little higher just because everybody that's moving here. And they say there's about 120 people a day that move to Calgary.
The highway to Banff is a real treat. The whole area is full of glacial lakes, cascading waterfalls, majestic mountainous terrain, and snow-covered peaks. Picture-perfect postcard views everywhere you look. It includes wildlife on the roadside of the road, such as the bighorn sheep, moose, elk, mountain goats, and occasional bears. Banff National Park is famous for its vibrant lakes, majestic mountains, and easy access to outdoor adventures of all kinds. The park spans 6,641 square kilometers of striking mountainous terrain in the vast wilderness of the Canadian Rockies. Canada's first national park and the world's third. It has a rich heritage as one of the world's most awe-inspiring mountain destinations. The bustling Banff townsite and village of Lake Louise are uniquely located in the national park. In this one-of-a-kind place, there's something for everyone to discover, whether you come from the spectacular valleys and rugged peaks, the authentic Canadian eats, the vibrant arts and culture scene, or a little bit of everything. There's no shortage of unforgettable ways to immerse yourself in the Banff National Park. This is Banff town, and we are picking up some guests from a hotel here. Nice walk, Johnston Canyon. The Johnston Canyon offers an exciting hiking adventure for all ability levels. The well-maintained trail winds through lush evergreen forests with suspended catwalks guiding hikers to the lower and upper falls. Accessible year-round, the canyon transforms in the winter, offering a magical experience with snow-covered trails and frozen waterfalls. The lower canyon falls are a dramatic sight, tumbling down the canyon into a deep turquoise pool. The gushing waterfall can be admired from the catwalk, which offers a fantastic view of the plunging water. But for a closer look, walk through the tunnel to the viewing platform. Still can see some ice in the river. Still covered with ice. Continuing from Lower Canyon Falls, there's another 1.4 kilometers of elevation gained to the Upper Canyon Falls. The route up Johnston Canyon continues to impress you as you ascend, with brief views of the large canyon walls through the forest. As you arrive at the junction of the Upper Falls, with the trail to the left going to a waterfall, look out, and the trail to the right going to Johnston Canyon Upper Falls. The Upper Falls drop 40 meters into a deep plunge pool, making a truly dramatic sight at the culmination of your hike through the canyon. As you emerge from the lower canyon through the forest, you're likely to hear the rush of water before you arrive. If you're looking for a unique perspective on the Upper Falls, try to find the hidden cave at the base of the falls. This unique lookout point can be found by following a path to the right just before you arrive at the first railing that signals the Upper Falls. It's still icy. You have to be very careful with the walk. Lake Louise is a hamlet within Banff National Park in Alberta. Named after Princess Louise, Duchess of Argyll, it lies in Alberta's Rockies on the Bow River, 3 kilometers northeast of the lake that shares its name. Initially settled in 1884 as an outpost for the Canadian Pacific Railway, Lake Louise sits at an elevation of 1,600 meters, making it Canada's highest community. The nearby lake, framed by mountains, is one of the most famous mountain vistas in the world. The background of Lake Louise is filled with views of several snow-capped mountains, including Mount Temple, Mount White, and Mount Niblock. Lake Louise is a glacial lake in origin, temperature, and color. Meltwaters from 6 glaciers at the head of this valley feed the lake. Not surprisingly, the water is cold, less than 10 degrees centigrade in summer. The lake can be frozen from November to June. In mid-winter, the ice can be more than a meter thick. The lake is 70 meters deep. The glaciers here grind the rock beneath them into a fine powder called rock flour. Meltwaters wash this powder into the lake. The resultant silkish water absorbs all colors of incoming light except the striking turquoise and vivid blue that reflects black to our eyes. Visitors find many joys to enjoy. Hotel Lake Louise, built by the Canadian Railway.
So it has lots of shops, lots of places to eat, sleep, drink.
$1.65 for food.
Yeah, that's a liter. Yeah. And we produce it.
Yeah.
You cross over to Montana, it's cheaper there. And it's already gas. It's not. We're not upset. So in a sense, in Alberta, pedestrians have the right of way. And I wouldn't push it too much. Yeah, so here's a whole bunch of little shops. I'll show you the main street. Just keep an eye out for pedestrians. On our left is what we call Cascade Mall. It's not like a mall in a city. It's just a bunch of little spots. There's a food court downstairs with Popeyes and a bunch of different cultural foods. So it's a food court. Up above is the old spaghetti factory. You can see people eating spaghetti up there. Old Canadian brew house is up there. See people out there. This is the main street on our right. This is where most of the shopping and the people go. But I'm going to turn right here, but I want you to take a look to the left because that's where Cascade Mountain is, and the main roads face towards the Cascade Mountain, just like the highway coming in. So there, and you can go in the middle of the road and take a picture, but there it is. So on our right, there's a Boston Pizza over here. Roots is a very Canadian thing. There's a bunch of little pubs. See, these are tourists. They're taking pictures in the middle of the road. Evelyn's Coffee if you just want a coffee or whatever. There's a Vietnamese. That's a really good place, actually. You won't have time at some of these sit-down places, but if you are in Banff, that's a good place. You can try caribou, buffalo, a whole bunch of different things. On our right here, there's a red sign that says beaver tails. Those are really good. I made the mistake once of getting one and not telling people, and they got mad at me, so I'm good now. You can put different toppings on it. It's pastry. It's really good. And over here you'll see a Subway sign on the right. Just past that is Eddie's Burgers, and you can get different types of burgers there too. I believe you can get bison burgers and stuff and such. We're going to be right behind the Mount Royal Hotel. So you'll see on our right there's a bunch of buses. We're going to park just back in there, Mount Royal Hotel.
What time do you want to spend?
Okay, I'll give you different times this time. Different people will get different. No. 1:51 is the right time. So let's say 2:55.
The town of Banff is nestled high in the Canadian Rockies within Banff National Park. The Banff townsite has attracted visitors from around the world since its very inception. Flanked on all sides by towering mountains, the townsite is alive with adventure and opportunities to experience wonder. The vibrant streets of downtown are lined with top-class restaurants, bars and shops, as well as a number of incredible art galleries and museums. The Banff townsite is small, easy to get around by walking or cycling, and has a convenient public transit system with a diverse range of activities for all ages, abilities and interests. Every season here is sure to inspire unforgettable experiences.
A long queue for the Canada's ice cream.
Bow Falls is a spectacular waterfall just outside the town of Banff. Bow Falls is one-side waterfall that spans the Bow River. Dropping just 9 meters down, it's not a huge waterfall in Alberta by any means, but it's still one of the best sights to see near the townside. Surrounded by natural scenery and rocky cliffs, Bow Falls is also one of the most accessible waterfalls in the Canadian Rockies. Bow Falls is a popular spot for tourists looking for things to do in Banff that are within walking distance to town, as well as those who are looking for easy stroll or those into photography. Bow Falls can be enjoyed from various viewpoints, including a well-maintained boardwalk that runs along Bow River. You can also see Bow Falls as well as the Banff Springs Hotel from the Surprise Corner viewpoint. Surprise Corner, named for its spectacular, surprising views when viewed from Buffalo Street, Surprise Corner is an excellent place for photos and to connect the local trail system. Located at the corner of Buffalo Street and Tunnel Mountain Road, you can access this trail by walking along the river and taking the stairs up to Buffalo Street. There's also a small parking lot at the corner with access to the Hoodoo Trail. You can view the famous Banff Springs Hotel from the surprise corner. Of the guests at the hotel in Banff, and we are returning to Calgary.
This bus is 100% electric.
This is the Bow River in Calgary, and this river started in Banff we saw earlier. Peace Bridge was built by the city of Calgary to connect the southern Bow River pathway and downtown Calgary with the northern Bow River pathway and the community. We were dropped off at Delta Hotels and we are just taking a walk around Chinatown before going back home. The Centre Street Bridge is a historic bridge in Calgary, crossing the Bow River along Centre Street.